Good afternoon. So it's time for our weekly Turtlecast. Welcome, everyone who's interested in Fallout 76, who's in the chat so early, Spiteful Angel, Michael Yost, Angry Scotsman, Confounded Bridge, Adefion Jack, PDM 57, Nervy Stories, RHPS, Milo, Aluful, Tracy McKenna, Cookie Crisp, Jesus for you, Chris Zimmerman, Isaiah Hawkins, Vistrick, G, Chas Halitsky. Welcome. Oh, I forgot to mute that. There we go. Sorry about the double sound. And everyone who will be joining us, welcome. So nice to see you. Hello there, Mr. May. And now, about the articles from Bethesda, there is one about ongoing events, so we'll check that out. If you do not know yet, the new rewards from 2 weeks of the Valentine-themed event. It's not called Valentine event, it's a science. The event is called the Science of Love, if I'm not mistaken. Was that it? Yeah, the Science of Love. That's the event that is going on. And it's cool. I really like this idea. But we'll take a look on that in a second. So we'll be checking that out simultaneously. In regards to the public test server, there is some ongoing testing planned for today. And this time they are testing if going ghoul, human ghoul is working correctly and asking everyone to help to basically log in on public test server and see if character can log in normally and if everything works. So there is a series of testing. This is announced on PTS Discord. I hope in the meantime they will as well remove the latest addition of bugs. Like the last week update to public test server was unfortunately a disaster, introducing way more problems than solutions. So it was worst iteration. Luckily, we are still quite far from the release. Like they have a month. So in a month time, I think they can nail it down and fix it. Hopefully. So maybe let's check this new event before we head for your questions in Ask the Turtle section on our Discord. Let's go. For the article from Bethesda, let me open that. Switch the camera. Oh, wait. No, not that. There. Oh, there. There we go. Fall in love with science. And do you have wallpaper? Have this board and those lights. The science of love. Very interesting topic. Let's see what article says. Some people believe love is an art, but actually, it's a science. Love is an uncomplicated emotion that is always predictable and quantifiable, and yet somehow blinding. This February, learn everything there is to know about that famous chemical reaction called love. Science of love. Claim your free Dr. Head mirror and equip it to complete daily challenges and earn rewards. We already completed week 1, so I do have dopamine wallpaper, and it's actual formula of a dopamine on the wallpaper, which is really cool. We need to wait for week 2 to get Study of Love chalkboard that will be showcasing oxytocin, that is way more complicated formula than dopamine is. Dopamine is quite simple and looks like one leg alien. Alien with just one leg, the dopamine. Science of love. And when you complete both weeks of challenges, you will get those cool fancy pink lights for your camp. I like that the chalkboard is not pink. They resisted. And chalkboard is classic green. So I enjoy the chalkboard. They didn't make it pink. Awesome. The Science of Love is a new seasonal challenge event that begins on February 4th. It's already ongoing and runs until February 18th. But keep in mind, you need to complete this week challenges that are ongoing in order to get final reward. If you skip 1 week, you will not get it. Over the 2 weeks that the Science of Love is active, you will complete challenges to earn score and some handy consumables like lunchboxes, spare card packs, and basic repair kits. Because you, Wastelander, are studying to be a Doctor of Love, you must wear the head mirror headwear while you are completing challenges. You can pick that up in the Atomic Shop for free. So that's the headwear that we need to wear. Each week, you will be completing collecting your instruments, preparing your materials, and killing a bunch of ghouls, super mutants, and robots. Complete the daily challenges from the first week, and you will earn the fuchsia dopamine wallpaper that features the molecular structure of dopamine, which is exactly one half of the formula of love. If you look at the reward for the second week of challenges, the Study of Love chalkboard, you will find the completed formula for love. After 2 weeks, you will know so much about love, oxytocin, and dopamine that you will earn the pink heart light so you can shine a spotlight on your heart's desire in your camp. Study the following formula to complete the event and earn your pink heart light. Formula: the Science of Love. Step 1. In week 1, complete 5 of 7 daily challenges wearing the head mirror headwear to earn consumables. This will complete the weekly challenge. Step 2. Earn the dopamine wallpaper. Step 3. In week 2, repeat step 1. Step 4. Earn the Study of Love chalkboard. Step 5. Successfully complete both weekly challenges and you will have completed the event, the Science of Love. The reward for all your hard work? The pink heart light. So that was step 6. Step 6 is claiming the final reward. So that's this short article. There was no other articles. Just this one for now, as we are in the mode waiting for the big release of the Ghoul update that is still ongoing. The testing is being finalized slowly. Maybe some acceleration will be possible. You have a full set of Vanguard power armor and you want to change it to Overeaters. I would hold on for now, because we don't know yet if Overeaters will or will not work with Ghoul. So I will hold on to your Vanguard. The thing is, Overeaters currently work with Ghouls, but in the same time there was talk from developers that it shouldn't. And the question is, what will it be? Will it work? Or will it not work? As if you are new here in the Ghoul topic, the Ghouls do not need to eat. They can eat, but they don't have a water bar or food bar. They never hungry. Ghouls are never hungry and can eat if they please to do so, but there is no benefit outside of course, food buffs. If food is with a buff, the buff works. Mm. Someone is saying that Overeaters will work for 2 months and then will be fixed in an update. Let's hope not. I would really like Overeaters to work for Ghouls. I don't see a particular reason why it cannot. Like, is it the whole idea of Overeaters that you full and then it works? So if Ghoul doesn't need to eat and is always full, shouldn't it just always work? I don't know. I don't know why that shouldn't work, but in the same time, there are human specific pair cards that I don't know why those are human specific and cannot work on ghouls. Will last shot work on a compound bow? I did not. No, did I try it? It was a long time I tested bow. I think it may. Definitely works on one-shot weapons. I don't remember about the bow. But nevertheless, let's cover now your questions from the Discord. So we're jumping now to the Discord. Turtle Army Discord. And here we are. First, hi Turtle. can you make another video on ST heavy gunners, specifically Gatling plasma, power armor, full health, covering what will be the best perk cards with all the new additions, best legendary effects on Gatling plasma and power armor, best of 2025 for heavy power armor builds. Yeah, I could, but not yet, as public test server is rapidly developing. The perks keep changing, so I cannot do it yet. We need to wait for the final version. It would be too early, and I will not be updating S tier lists on a weekly basis based on PTS updates, so it needs to last at least a little bit. Like all my builds, I will need to already update in March that I just created in December. The lifespan of builds now is 3 months because of rapid perk updates. So hopefully, eventually those updates will normalize a little bit, so I will not need to update every build every 3 months. I was planning to release even more builds for this year, but I put them on hold too, just because of this reason. I don't want to make a build that will be only valid for a month. That's not enough. What happens to your ghoul character if they fall into one of the fissures? You die. Yes, that's correct answer. You still die. Ghouls cannot survive the green lava. Ghouls like radiation, not necessarily the lava thing. So, no, they die. No uber glow from lava. Too hot. Random question. Runner's 4-star mod, it says sprinting AP cost reduced by 20%, up to 100%. With the new stack perk cards, wouldn't that make it always 100% with one mod? Stack perk cards? What that has to do? I think you are talking about Onslaught, but what that has to do with armor? I have no clue. Yes, the stack means if you have it on all pieces. So I don't see any interaction that would like there would be no like I don't see any sense in interacting with Onslaught for armor effects. So no. It will work the same as it is now. Mr. Turtle, can you make an all mutations build? I did that in the past, and I recommend that for new players. That's better than not having mutations. Generally, every build can be all mutations. You just take all mutations. Some of them will be negative for the build, and that's only difference. But you can have them all. Next. Hi. Bit of a weird one about experience. Sometimes the XP shown in the raid reward screen is then doubled when the on-screen allocation is shown. It does not happen all the time and only seems to do it on my main, not on different console. Is this a bug or something I am doing without knowing? Thank you. I don't honestly know. I think it's a bug. I saw it a couple times myself, but no, I don't see any consistency in it happening and connection to anything else. I would expect this doubling itself experience being some kind of a bug. Okay, next one. With regards to damage, what would be the best 4-star mod for the Tesla rifle and cremator in or out of VATS? So for the Tesla rifle, it will be still pinpointers, like for almost everything. Most of the time, Tesla is hitting legs, arms, head, sometimes torso, but most of the time it's not a torso. Therefore, pinpointers would be great. About the cremator, pinpointers would be pointless as that's a dot weapon. In case of the dot weapon and fire weapon, you just want to add this fire mode. Pyromaniacs. I think, was that Pyromaniacs? I think that's the name. The one that increases damage to burning targets. That's for cremator. Next. Hey Turtle, just wondering, now with the new update coming in March that Traveling Pharmacy is now going to be changed to 2-star perk, how many through Haika mods I need on my power armor, so I don't need through Haika and Traveling Pharmacy, so I have a free 4 points. And also does Gimbal Bracer stack with Arms of Steel, Ghoul perk, thank for everything. So about Traveling Pharmacy, you need a full set. So 5 pieces with this effect to replace those 4 points. You need full set. There is no workaround for that. Either you spend 4 points or you add a full set. About the gimbal bracers and arms of steel, it does stack. Incredibly nice accuracy for ghouls. Yeah, it does all add up. At some point, you are just a heavy sniper. Those heavy guns are like pinpoint accurate with minimalistic recoil. Really, really fun to use. And next one. Hi, Turtle. I finally joined the Discord. Awesome. And I have my first ever question here. I ran a full set of Ranger's Vulcan power armor and finally had raids drop me pieces of limit breaking Vulcan for a full set. I was wondering if limit breaking would be better than the Rangers damage wise. I'm full half heavy gunner build, max crit savvy and better criticals and 4 leaf clover, along with 15 luck special so I can crit every other shot. Thanks a lot. Okay, I don't see what's on your second star on the power armor, as I like to run luck on the second star, therefore that's extra 10 luck. If you don't have any extra luck outside of the 15 base, and hopefully you have extra 2 from running on a team, so a little bit more. Generally, limit breaking, when you are using VADs, you just add as many pieces to crit every other shot. That's the best for your overall damage output, and fill remaining one with Rangers. Depending on how much you can push your luck up, and if you are okay with topping up luck with consumables or not, that will be determined. For me, when I run as well for a VATS heavy gunner, 15 luck, 10 luck from armor second star, and then I run 2 limit breaking pieces. That's enough for me to crit every other shot. So 2 limit breaking in that scenario. Or if I would add a foot, that gives 8 luck, that would be 0 limit breaking required, and I can run full Rangers set. So that hopefully answers your question. Full set of limit breaking, I would not recommend. That's not very many situations, unless you cannot add luck on the second star. What's important, like luck, adding more luck, unlike just adding limit breaking, extra luck helps with 4 leaf clover, so recharge from the miss. It doesn't really help as much when you only have limit breaking. The missing will take way longer to recharge if it just full set of limit breaking with 15 luck. And on top of that, more luck, more chances for bullet reflection from ricochet. So even better. And there is currently a lot of perks that do scale with luck overall. So higher luck is more beneficial in my opinion than running full set of limit breaking. So I would push luck higher and add 1 or 2 pieces of limit breaking, depend how high you will go with your luck. And lastly, hi Turtle, for the cremator, is the multi-barrel still the best barrel to use? Thanks. So if you care about tagging on wide area, it is the best one. The best one for crowd control scenario, as multi-barrel do not affect the dot, so the dot remains high with multi-barrel. But if you need to have one-shot kills on, let's say, super mutants, and cremator is the only weapon you are using, it's not your secondary but your primary weapon, and you need those one-shot kills, then heavy barrel, the single one, will have a nice impact damage that you can then use to target the head in VADs and easily kill enemies. Multi-barrel, very low impact damage, the same dot. Single barrel, very nice impact damage, the same dot. The area of effect on events way less with the singular barrel. And those are all the questions. Back to the chat. I think back to YouTube chat and all the chats. Any questions? Let me see. Oh, Cookie Chris is confirming that indeed last shot still works on bows. So we can use last shot on bow. The biggest problem with the last shot is 25% chance to trigger. I hate those percentage chances to trigger. I would prefer, honestly, they would just give us straight up damage with the last bullet. Hopefully at least 50% though, without chance, like as always. Always. I would prefer that. Yeah, you can add pyromaniacs to bow too. That's good as well. If your bow is with the fire mode, pyromaniac is really good for bows. Everything for the Vulcan power armor, all the plans you learn from raids. You can learn every single plan from just the first boss. So cheesing the EN06 Guardian is still an option for the raid. You can keep cheesing the Guardian and you'll unlock all the mods for the new power armor. Yeah, I strongly recommend playing with high VATs. Oh, Norwal, thank you a lot for extending your subscription. Appreciate that. 10 months. Hello there, Norwal. Thank you a lot. Appreciate that. How much luck you need to crit every other shot? 33 luck if you don't have any other help. So if you add to that like limit breaking, that will cut down on luck requirement. If you add faster VATS critical on the third star on the weapon, that will cut down the requirement. But generally, if you have nothing to help with it, just a class, that's a critical savvy perk under luck, max out, that's 33 luck. Without critical savvy perk, it's impossible to crit every other shot. So you must have critical savvy. Oh, Doug McQuarrie, thank you a lot for 10 Canadian bucks. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Doug is saying, love your channel. Thank you. Love your support. Appreciate that. In power armor with camera equipped, my run speed is super fast. Is this a bug? Thanks. Okay, Twisted Mister is asking that. Yo, run speed is not super fast. Unfortunately, I want to disappoint you here. I mean, I don't want to disappoint you. I want to tell you the truth. You are just making a funny, tiny little steps. I was testing that. I don't know why is that the thing, but there are several weapons that does that, and there is no particular reason for it. Just if you hold a camera and run in power armor, you make tiny steps, but much faster. You make tiny steps much faster, and overall you run with the same speed as making big steps without holding the camera. Why is that? I have no clue. Rapid or explosive second star for DPS? That depends. Okay, that's complicated question. I was testing that many times. Usually, rapid will give you higher DPS, even though explosive should give you higher DPS if you do a calculation on paper. I mean, on paper, I mean more like a spreadsheet and calculate it there. Then explosive should be more. But servers in Fallout 76 tend to be laggy. Explosion counts as a separate hit. Therefore, you double amount of hits that server need to process when in case of faster fire rate, you only add 25% extra hits. Therefore, that rapid usually offers the highest DPS in practice. Explosive should be the best, but it is not most cases. It may be the best on private server. Let's keep that in mind. And on very laggy servers, crit damage offers highest DPS. Like if server is very laggy, even faster fire rate will drop some hits. Even when you have crit damage bonus, it will still drop some hits. But what I noticed, when server is choosing which hits not to register, those are usually regular ones, and criticals do register. This way, extra crit damage is carried over and is working and winning on laggy servers versus any other second star. That's the main reason I like crit damage on my second star on so many weapons. I don't trust those servers, and I know when I end up on the laggy one, crit damage will still work, and everything else will not as well. I mean, it will, but not as good as supposed to. And Hell Inc. donating 10 bucks and dancing Foxy with hearts. I have no idea what that Foxy doing, but thank you very much, Hell Inc. Appreciate that. Maybe that's some kind of a cheerleader Foxy. Thank you very much. So that's why I'm saying it's complicated topic. What's the best second star? You can still watch my older videos. The, some things changed, like perks and so on, but servers didn't. So if you watch my older video when I'm comparing explosive crit damage and faster fire rate, you can see exactly my results. And the good news is the difference is not big. So it's not like you are totally going to ruin your build choosing the wrong second star. The differences are not big and heavily depend on server stability, unfortunately. Oh, and Spiteful Angel donating 10 memberships. Thank you lot, Spiteful Angel. And I do welcome to Turtle's Army. Extraordinary, King Diaz, Kalis57, Kion Kick, Cheap Suster, Steve Fields, Unholy Flamingo, Andrew Robinson, MD, and Lage Lab. Welcome, and may the shell be with you. Appreciate that, Spiteful Angel. Thank you very much. Have I tried Infinite Guardian glitch in the raid? No, I didn't. Like, honestly, I occasionally use the Guardian as a test dummy, but I don't really farm it. I have no reason to keep farming the Guardian. I did, I don't know how many, but probably 100 full raids, so from the start to finish. And on top of that, probably another 100 Guardians. I did unlock every single plan. I'm only dropping duplicates for several weeks now because I do know all the plans from the raid, and I did get all the rewards that you can get from the raid. So for me at this point, farming the Guardian is not needed. Like, why would I continue to do it? Even if that would be amazing glitch for that. I know I could keep going and doing that to stockpile on legendary modules. But at some point you need to ask yourself, is it really worth it just grinding game wealth for the sake of grinding this wealth? Maybe it is for you. For me, it's boring after a while. I rather, when I want to do raid, I rather do the whole thing with a team. Sometimes we try to run it really fast. Sometimes we take our time and enjoy it more. So this way or another, I am slowly getting rewards, and I do it when I feel like it, but I am not grinding it just for the resources, no. I even do expedition from time to time. Not like I need it, but why not? It's there, you can do it, something different. Yeah, Vital is second star, yes, that's the crit damage one. Yes, on armor, luck is much better than powered. You can replace powered by adding perks or adding T, but you cannot add luck so easily. There is one food item that gives luck, and it's not widely available. You need to buy it from vendors or craft it yourself. And I'm saying not widely available in the sense that I switched to carnivore a while back because there's so many camp items that do generate carnivore food, but none of those items is generating any luck boosting food. So if I want to use luck boosting food, I need to go out of my way, craft a bunch, put it into the freezer, and if I will be using it on daily basis, then I will run it down to zero and I will need to go through another crafting session. And I become lazy because of those camp item generating food. Therefore, I rather add a permanent luck boost on my armor than rely on regular farming session for food. Do I think there will be any changes to how glow works for ghouls? they keep changing that. So that very much possible that it will change again. They already updated it like 3 times with, I think the third one was accidental. It doesn't make any sense. Like currently, if you watch my stream, latest stream from public test server, if you try to irradiate yourself from environment or from gamma gun, that barely does anything. But if you pop toxic goo, 3 bottles top up your entire bar. So I don't know what happened there. Doesn't make any sense. So we'll see how the glow overall will work in the final state. Having sake, I will farm that bot all day, every day. You can, like, I'm not stopping anyone. I even made a guide how to farm it. It just not for me to farm it continuously. I did farm it a little bit when I really wanted all the plans for the power armor. So I did farm the bot. But after that, no. I still use it as a target dummy and test dummy. It's awesome for this purpose. What's my opinion on mod pricing on vendors? Generally, I am buying the useless one and I'm paying 500 per star. So, I mean 500. I pay 500 for 1 stars, 1500 for 2 stars, 3k for 3 stars, and 5k for 4 stars. Hoping that the scrapping thing will make its way into live game version and I will be able to scrap them for legendary modules. When I'm selling them for caps myself, then I usually sell the good 1 star for around 5k caps, the good 2 star for around 10 to 15k caps. I rarely sell anything more than that. If I sell a good 4 star, then I charge a lot. I usually charge 25 to 30k caps for a good 4 star. I am not selling any bad ones because I'm buying them, hoping to scrap. So I'm collecting the bad legendary mods. I'm selling only good ones. And that's just my pricing. There is no good or bad pricing. All depend on the market. If it sells, it was a good price. If it doesn't sell, it was the wrong price, you need to update it. That's how it works. Oh, Mer Giberson donating 5 memberships. Appreciate that, Mer Giberson, and those goes to Melissa B, Dan Rock, Iron Machine Z, Tarcisio Barbosa, and Big Naked Cowboys. What is that? Oh, that's an interesting name. Welcome, and may the shell be with you all. The cowboys can use this shell to cover themselves. And Egris Coachman saying I like doing the full raid. Yeah, it's definitely more fun to do the entire thing. Especially if you have a team. Understand, if you cannot get a team, the stage 2 is terrible. It's hard even as a duo. It's impossible as a solo. And impossible, yeah, it's maybe a little bit exaggeration. I saw some people that were able to do it. But every run that I watched on YouTube for stage 2 solo, the mole miners just choose not to attack the drill for most part. And I cannot reproduce it. When I try to do it solo, mole miners will decide to attack the drill, so I cannot just ignore them. They will go after the drill. I was trying many times. I cannot do the same thing. I don't know what really is the thing there. I cannot do it. Did they broke the broadsider? I did not try use broadsider on the Guardian, so I don't know. But they definitely broke the broadsider that you need to reload it 3 times now. So I stopped using it, broadsider at all, when they did it, so you need to reload it 3 times instead of once. It is ridiculous. I hope they fix it at some point. Or did they fix it already? I don't know. I'm not using since they broke it. And oh, we have Cube dropping a Prime sub. Thank you very much, Cube. Appreciate that. Extending the Prime sub. Thank you. And now that will be probably everything for this Turtlecast. We'll be heading to do our dailies and member hangout. So member hangout, running dailies, and tomorrow standard live stream in the evening. We'll be doing all the weeklies and mostly weeklies. I don't know. Is there an event going on? Oh, there is mutated events. So weeklies and mutated events. We'll be doing that. And that being said, thank you a lot, everyone, for being here. I wish you all amazing weekend in Appalachia. And see you in the next one. Turtle out. Bye, everyone. Take care.